when you never kind of connect with anybody, it's exhausting.
Basically, I was ghosted by my matchmaker.
Where are the real men?
It says, you don't look like the last time I saw you or your pictures on Instagram.
I had a date cancel on me and we were supposed to go out for dinner tonight.
Thinking about the divorce situation, I was like, it's going to be hard to find somebody to date as a single parent. And I knew that. It's a lot harder than I realized. I have single friends. They talk about how hard it is to find somebody that's not a parent in their 30s that is single.
I just went to a speed dating event, and now I'm sitting in KFC eating chicken and chips, and I thought, let's talk about the dating event. When did dating become this exhausting? Whether you're doing it on dating apps or you're going to events, like I'm really making an effort to do, it's just such a tiring process. And it can really, honestly, it can really start to get you down because you're like constantly picking yourself up, constantly trying to be optimistic, constantly putting yourself out there, constantly talking to new people. When you never kind of connect with anybody, it's exhausting. I feel like I just got to keep going, and I always say to myself, it just takes one. But it's just frustrating that whether I try online or offline, it seems to be about the same experience. And also my friends are being useless. I love my friends. I wish they had single friends to set me up with, and unfortunately they don't, because they're all married with children. You know what? If you're putting yourself out there and you keep trying to, keep going, because I'm trying.
So I'm trying to put myself out there a bit more and try not to use apps. So I've signed myself up to a singles event, which is in the museum tonight, and I wanted to document it just in case it's like really good or just in case people wanted to try it and see what it was like or share different experiences. So yeah, and my content's a little bit boring because I'm not meeting people, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try and video it if we're allowed. It's called Mingle in the Museum. Didn't say what age people were. I know it's sold out, so fingers crossed it's a goodie. It also goes to 11 p.m. and being a nana like me, I am in bed by 8, so we will see how we go. I've also been single for almost 4 years. Just said really and I'm not dating to hook up. It's hard out there, man. It's hard out there. So we've just parked up at the event, and the only people we've seen are above the age of like 40.
Yeah.
So wish us luck. So we're midway through.
Midway through. We're halfway through.
We've had people come up to us.
Yep. We've had people circling like vultures.
Unfortunately, I haven't noticed anyone that I wanted to talk to, but it's a pretty cool concept. Yeah.
We're currently sitting in the museum.
Yeah. And we might wrap up soon. We're now going home. We both talked to a dude each for a long time, so we think that's sort of successful.
We got numbers.
We got numbers. Right. Good night.
Peace out.
Sure.
I wanted to provide a little update on my blind date story that you guys are all very invested in. I'm sorry I haven't been on here for the last couple weeks. I was traveling and then got sick, so it's been kind of a mess. Basically, I was ghosted by my matchmaker. I gave her my feedback. You have to do this scale of like how the date went. I said he was really nice. I don't think we were a match, and I'm confused as to why the matchmaker thought we would be, because we didn't seem to have a lot in common. And I don't think he met the criteria of what I was looking for. And I wanted to know more about why she thought we'd be such a good match, because it was a pretty awkward date all in all. That's what I said. I kept it pretty nice, but my overall rating of the date was a little bit lower. Now, a lot of you in the comments have been like just slandering me for saying that, I don't think we were on the same level. I'm sorry. I'm going to be very brutally honest. I think attraction is really important in dating. It's not the most important thing for sure, but I think that having some level of attraction and chemistry is extremely important, especially early on. And yes, it's something that can build, but we really just didn't have the chemistry at all. And the initial attraction was just not there for me. So I'm not going to lie about that. And I think people that say, oh, dating for looks, blah, blah, I'm definitely not dating for looks. I'm definitely being intentional about what I'm doing, but I don't think that you can just weigh attraction out of the equation. So that was like an experimental thing that I did. I would not normally do things like that, but this year I've just been like, you know what, put myself out there a little bit more, do things that that aren't in my comfort zone. And this was one of them. It did not go well.
I'm almost positive the matchmaker ghosted you because you mostly want a man. You want to meet him at the finish line. And of course, I would ghost you as well because how are you going to meet somebody when they've completed their mission? Then you want them to add you into the picture. And you got to be at least 30 something. You're pushing the age where there's no return, meaning you can't have kids anymore, and you're demanding so much.
As you guys heard, so I emailed Talkify. It was through Talkify, and they followed up with me because the feedback you have to give after the date was really low. So they followed up and were like, hey, we're just checking in, or your matchmaker will be in touch with you. And I said, yeah, I've been hearing that, but she's not getting in touch with me. So, and I think it's because a lot of my feedback had to do with the matchmaker, not the person. The guy, sweet enough, and someone out there he's going to make someone very happy and vice versa. It was just definitely not me.
No wonder you're single.
And my matchmaker was just so intent that I was compatible with him. We were such a good match. She kept saying it yep, you guys are gonna, oh my God. And I got on this date and I was like, girl, where? So most of my feedback had to do with her. And I told them, please just take me off the app, delete my account. And they're like, if you delete it, you can't come back, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's fine. Please just take me out. So I'm not doing that ever again. I haven't heard from the matchmaker. I don't expect to. In terms of my rating of Talkify, I don't think anyone needs that. I think that some people might need a dating coach. And I saw some people in the comments say that. There's some men and women out there that just don't quite have the social skills for dating because it's different than having a conversation with your friend. There are certain things that you need to adjust, and not everybody just automatically knows that. So I do think some people could benefit from those kind of services. As far as a matchmaker, I mean, I don't know what their success rate is. I've seen other stories on here from Talkify since posting my video that were not great. I just think there are better services for way less money that you could use. And I will not be back. So
check the single woman box.
Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the feedback. I'm not going to go through and respond to everything and delete everything. There's some of you are just being a little, but it's everyone's opinion and you're entitled to your opinion, and I encourage that. So stay safe out there.
She said she needs a dating coach, like he's a man. No, you don't need a dating coach unless you're going to go talk to men. Then you probably do need a dating coach. I understand there's dating coaches that coach you with how the date goes. That's weird. Go to your psychiatrist for that. Yeah. How to talk. Go to an English person, right? Go to somebody else. But you're wasting their time. That's why she's ghosted you. And you're right. I don't think you ever need to contact a matchmaker again, because a lot of you modern women are lost. You don't see it. From what you were saying, you sound like a man in everything you said. Oh, it wasn't right. That's how men are starting to feel like women. How you was explaining dating coach and many other things. That's how men are starting to feel. Many different things are not right. Men are not doing it.
Okay,
So I got a question for all the men out there. Now, I'm just going to preface this by saying I'm 55 years old. I live in Vancouver, Canada. Been single for 3 years. I have not dated. I recently took a boo at the dating apps. Oh my. So here is my question. Where are the real men? I mean, I come from an age or an era, whatever, an upbringing in the 80s, at least in my household, that was traditional. You know, I love doing laundry. I like making dinner. I like making a special home and having traditions and putting up the Christmas tree and all of these nice things. I also like to respect my man and look up to him and honor him. I want him to be smarter than me. I want to learn something from him. And I also want him to be able to protect me. You know, if he knows how to throw a punch. I don't know, shoot a deer maybe. Just protect me. Make me feel safe in the company of him and out there in the world. Now, talking about the world, we all know that it's a little batshit crazy. So I'm also looking for a man who knows that the world is a little batshit crazy. Not somebody who's sleeping, somebody who knows that the world is batshit crazy. But here's the problem. I can't find anybody here. And I must admit, I really haven't gone looking. And I guess the reason I haven't gone looking is because whenever I come across a man in public, that puts his head down, goes on his phone immediately, turns the other way, it's the weirdest thing. It really is. Now, I gotta tell you, I also love going backpacking and hiking and getting dirt under my nails, gardening, and not showering for a week.
Ugh, brother, ugh.
When we're out in the forest and then jumping into an ice cold lake and calling it a day. That's me. I got both sides. If you want to take me out to the theater, I can dress in high heels and a beautiful dress and look like the classiest gal you've ever seen. But I don't think guys want that nowadays. In fact, I don't really know what they want. I'm not the kind of girl that goes and gets pedicures and eyelashes and all that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not me. I am pretty much as natural as it gets. Yeah, letting my gray hair grow in too. But I just don't think guys want that anymore. Maybe they never did. Maybe that's why I'm still 55 and single.
I wonder why.
But maybe I need to move to Europe. I just have an inkling that maybe there is still a smidgen of the traditional man somewhere in the world. He's not in North America. I could be wrong. But if I am, where are you?
They'll travel outside the country for 6 to 12 months.
Unhappily married.
On a blind date, and I was extremely humbled. Extremely humbled. As soon as I walk up, this man is drinking a glass of wine. I'm like, oh, hi. He's like, he follows me, and I've met him one other time before. So it wasn't completely blind date, but we had never, like, you know. When I sit down, he's pretty much, he's like, I'm sorry, this is awkward, but this isn't it for me. And I'm like, no, it's not awkward. That's fine. Like, I get it. Sometimes you can feel right off the bat. I'm just curious, what is the reason? Like, what energy did I bring that made you so quickly be like, oh, no. But I'm like, I get it too. Sometimes I feel that energy, and I respect you being like, this isn't it. He says, you don't look like the last time I saw you or your pictures on Instagram. I have the beauty filter on right now, but I do not face tune my pictures. When I upload pictures on my stories, I put like the Paris filter on, but like, sue me, like, sorry.
You have the beauty filter on right now?
Sorry. Beauty filter off. Like, I don't think I look that different. Like, no, my skin is not perfect by any means, but enough to send someone away on the first 5 seconds of a day. Which I'm not mad at this guy, because when it's not it, you know, it's not it, but dating is hard. I'm in the trenches right now, and I'm not trying to catfish anybody. Like, I'm just, I turn the beauty filter back on because, yeah, it makes me prettier. Fucking get over it. Get over it. I think I'm gonna go to my best friend's house now and drink some wine with her because
Man, she doesn't realize. I gotta tell you what he's seeing. He realized that was a beauty filter. And then he realized you had on makeup and your face looked like a order like that. He ran for the hills. He was trying to be nice. He was. I'm not saying you're butt ugly. I'm just saying what a lot of you have to realize is the makeup. You have on makeup, and it's probably damaged your face as well. Seriously, putting on makeup every day, I'm sure you do, but especially because you have the problem you have, it's ruining you. And he doesn't want, he's thinking about you being a mother of his kids. He can't imagine you as a mother.
So it happened again. I had a date cancel on me and we were supposed to go out for dinner tonight as a single mom. So it's a few hours before the dinner. I get a Instagram message that he's not gonna be able to make it. He has to bail. This was a guy from my DMs and he's out of town. He said he was coming into town, wanted to take me out for dinner. I said sure, cleared my schedule, made sure that I used one of my 4 free nights a month to meet this guy. And the funny thing is that I knew this was gonna happen. I had a feeling a few days ago and told a few friends that this guy was gonna stand me up. So I guess at least he had the decency to send me a message and let me know that he wasn't gonna make it. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't think this guy had actually any intentions of coming to my city. I think it was all and I was just picking up on this really hardcore, but I can't even get a date. I literally cannot even get one date, get people to meet me. I don't understand what it is. I'm not on the dating apps, trying to meet people in real life. Thought maybe I would try my DMs to see if that was an option, like my own personal dating app for all my social media. That's not working. What is it? Like, what am I not getting? What am I doing wrong? What am I not seeing?
I don't know you. Could be a ton of things, but I'm sure the same thing. That bar. And the wild thing is you have that bar set and you're a single mom. Now, let me tell you what happens when guys date single moms. You expect the guy to definitely meet your bar because you have a kid. So you stick to it. Like you say, okay, I'm going to date men in my DMs. Bar. That's dangerous. All right, I'm going to give a man a shot. Bar. So then you reject him. And no man is trying to get to know you, trying to match up to your bar. Get to know the man first. All right? Set your standards a little lower. Give somebody a shot. They may make a good single father because don't forget you have a kid. That's -1 for you. It's not a positive. And just remember that you're not equal more. You don't equal having a kid doesn't make you a better woman. It doesn't make you a more qualified companion because all it is you're more of a headache towards a man because that's less time he can spend with you.
How are we dating these days? Single, divorced, 30-ish parents. How are we dating? People are telling me, oh, you'll meet somebody. You'll meet somebody when you least expect it. You'll meet somebody where you go. I live in a small town. I work from home. I only go to the gym. And God knows, if you're a man, you cannot look or breathe in the direction of a female in the gym without having to worry about having your face posted to TikTok and having Joey Swole all over you. Like, I don't go anywhere. I don't drink. I don't go to bars. How am I supposed to meet anybody? I don't do dating apps because that in itself. Like, and on top of that, like, when I was thinking about the divorce situation, I was like, it's going to be hard to find somebody to date as a single parent. And I knew that. I was good with that. I know. I get it. Don't come after me. I know. But, like, it's a lot harder than I realized. I have single friends around the same age, and they talk about how hard it is to find somebody that's not a parent in their 30s that is single, and that they don't, want somebody with kids. And that's good for them and all, but like, I'm sitting there like, nobody's ever gonna want me because I have kids. Like, they're kids. It's not like I have a death date hanging over my head or something. Like, damn, I ain't asking you to be their stepdaddy or anything. I'd like to go out to dinner and maybe go out on the lake. Like, I don't know why that's so hard to ask for. And I don't know how I'm gonna ask for it, because there ain't nobody around to ask. I'm just lonely. That's all. Okay, have a good day.
Yeah, I see you going to the gym, but don't ever make a video like that again with your arms out. You got the tattoos with the hat. You're looking like a lesbian. You can't go around looking like that every day, because a guy is going to think you don't like women. Seriously. First thing I said, as soon as I seen you with the tattoos, I'm like, my face is it's stuck. It's stuck now. That's what happens. Guys see you and get the stuck face. You look confused all the time. And then you're on a date with them wondering, what's wrong with you? And then no more dates. Certain things, certain little steps you need to take, but that's one of them.
I can be honest and say dating as a single mother is literally one of the loneliest processes in the world. Especially if you're young. I'm 26, but you had my daughter at 22. I think for me personally, a lot of my actions were driven around me not feeling worthy of a relationship beyond something just sexual. A lot of it came from society and social media telling me like, oh, single moms don't deserve true love. Nobody could ever love you if you have a kid. You're too difficult to deal with. But as I've gotten older, I've just realized that like being a single mom, just like having brown hair and brown eyes and the color of my skin, doesn't define all of who I am. It's a trait, it's a part of me and who I am, but it just doesn't define what I deserve in this life. I say it's lonely because it does take a while. You kiss a lot of frogs. You find a lot of people who reaffirm that feeling of you aren't worthy of anything more than something sexual. But in loneliness, I feel like it allows you to do a lot of reflective work. You're able to build support systems around you and really build yourself up so that when that perfect person does come along, you know how to act and receive.
It's going to be a long road for single moms. I understand why you're sad, right? And everybody does look at it that way. A stigma has been put on single moms and there's no escaping it. But even though that stigma is put on you, you still have to be positive. You have to be positive. And as you said, you research what people are saying on YouTube, people are saying on TikTok. Don't be that woman. That's it. Be the single mom. You're that. You can't avoid that. But don't be the single mom and still be the 3 or 4. You're going backwards. Be the single mom and do everything and anything outside of taking care of your kids. Do what it takes to please a man. Do it. It takes advantage of that. Go for another man. Got to keep trying until voila, you got somebody. Because most guys realize it's definitely more to life than being with a single moms. Thank y'all for watching. See you next video.